We need to get to the bottom of this. So apparently, it's going around that some girl lifted up her shirt during Wavy's Beyond live concert.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
Now, I don't know if this actually happened because there's not much out there except for a bunch of people talking about it, but here's what I gathered. During the end of the live stream concert, when they took a moment to address fans that were watching online, the girl flashed herself, and people even think that two members caught it because they pointed at something and then 10 looked really awkward afterward. Then fans wanted to find out who it was. Some think it's a notorious Sasang fan. I'm not sure how that was deduced. Some fans have tried to clarify that it was just her arm and that this was just a big misunderstanding or two. If you have any new info or even saw it live, let me know. And if some of you are confused like, wait, they had a concert? It's part of SM's Beyond live series. I don't think I made it clear enough last time when we talked about it. That's my bad. But the reason SM is charging for it is because instead of live streaming older concert footage, they are actually putting on a live show. So yeah, we may never know the truth about the Flash, but we do have an answer to the curious case of the BLACKPINK crutches. Last time we went back and forth on whether it belonged to Jisoo or Jennie. Well, they recently just went live to explain it to us. Jennie clarified that the crutches belonged to her. It seems like she felt a little embarrassed about it, saying she felt stupid about tripping while running and exercising. Specifically, it looks like Jennie hurt a ligament and said she'll use a cast and be on crutches for a few weeks. Hopefully, Jennie understands that everyone just wants her to be okay, even if the cast gets in the way of some really cool pants. But hey, if she wants us to ignore it, we'll ignore it. The only thing I cannot ignore is this.
It's raining today.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
do like the rain today though.
You like the
오늘
rain?
느낌
It's
되게
so
좋았어.
moisty.
I know, I hate that.
Yeah.
But
moisty.
Did you guys hear Jisoo at the end?
Moisty.
You guys can't teach her that. It's not even a Oh, it is a word. Never mind. But isn't moist one of those unpleasant words that no one likes to hear? It's like a punishment. I would sentence whoever is threatening Lisa to a lifetime of listening to moisty. Moisty. If you haven't seen yet, there have been some social media accounts out there sending death threats toward Lisa, saying things like when she steps on that stage for their comeback, they're going to do something, putting her picture on gravestones. Now, usually there are a lot of trolls out there who say stupid things like this online to get attention, but this situation escalated to the point where YG Entertainment actually came out to acknowledge the threats that have been made against Lisa and said they are staying alert, constantly monitoring, and collecting information, even from fans. Not only that, but the Thailand embassy in South Korea put out their own statement and also offered YG assistance because Lisa is a Thai national working in Korea. This is getting crazy. Luckily, there is a lot of support and help being offered. A lot of Chinese fans are helping out as her popularity has risen in the country due to her being on Youth With You. Although right now, that show is getting a lot of scrutiny from people, especially idol fans. And that is due to a group on the show called All Aces and their stage for a song called Lion. Not only is that similar to Idol's song, but if you watch it, the concept seems familiar, the outfits, some of the key choreography, even some of the lyrics seem to match right up, but I'm not the one translating, so I don't know for sure. I will also say that the songs don't sound similar at all. Now, fans are upset because it's well documented how hard Soyeon and the girls worked on this song, not just for Queendom, but its own promotions as well. The producer that worked on it with her has talked about how involved she was every step of the way despite their busy schedules, punctuated by the fact that no credit was given to Idol by the show and wasn't even mentioned despite the very obvious influences. So it is also important to note that the anger isn't being directed toward the girls of All Aces themselves. Due to the backlash, some have said that the show was deleting comments that were mentioning it, at one point turning them off completely. They seem to be on right now though, and there are comments bringing it up. You guys should just go check for yourself, form your own opinions. But in the last few days, Idol still couldn't catch a break because as things were getting heated about this, it was released that Big Hit Entertainment and CJE&M announced a new joint project to find new artists, and it's called Island. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, it's because it was the exact same name of Idol's world tour before it got postponed. The reason it's named that because it's the combination of Idol and their fans' Neverland, I-Land. It's even been said that I-Land was going to be their fandom name before they landed on Neverlands. Minnie's brother has come out to comment on this, but fans have been wanting Cube Entertainment to come out to fight and protect Idol from these two blatant attempts at plagiarism. So far, they haven't said anything about the Lion performance on Youth With With You, and they haven't said anything about Island either. But that one seems like the answer is right in front of our eyes. Look at the poster for the new reality show, and then look at Idol's World Tour poster. CJE&M has a hand in both. I'm guessing that the rights to the name Island belongs to them, and since the tour was postponed, they decided to use the name for another project. Cube Entertainment might have their hands tied on that one whether they like it or not. So if we're gonna get a clarification on something, it's more likely going to be about Youth With You, if they even want to touch that or not. It's the same reason I haven't talked about the Respect Jin movement that has been going around. I wanted to wait and see if Big Hit were going to put out a statement on one side or the other, and it doesn't look like they're going to, so let's just talk about what happened. Some BTS fans have raised a voice against Big Hit and the choreographer of On, because if you remember, Jin was kind of excluded for a bit from the dance break. Because of that, hashtag Respect BTS Jin and update on dance break was going around for a while. Not to change the music video, but just to update the dance break for future performances and broadcasts. Because of this, other things that Jin has been excluded from started coming up again, but just like everything else in life, there are other points of views. Some people saying that, hey, maybe he was the one who decided or agreed not to take that much part in that specific section of the choreography, saying that if BTS has as much say in creative decisions as people think they do, then why would Jin stay quiet about it? He's always been outspoken about his opinions, but the arguments to that is that it's obviously an exaggerated joke when he does things against Big Hit's wishes. He knows what lines he can cross and what lines to stay away from. There's obviously examples against that argument, people going back and forth. I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? I can't help but to think of I-DLE, who we just talked about, because I feel like they're the perfect example. Line distribution was a huge topic during their last comeback for Oh My God. Fans wanted a fair distribution, but the girls have said that they completely trust Soyeon. She knows their strengths, their weaknesses, what parts will suit who and will benefit the song as a whole. On the other side of that, they also gave examples of when they suggested changes and additions, and Soyeon absolutely listened to them and made those changes. I don't know, maybe it'll be something less divisive in BTS's next comeback, because it looks like each of the members are taking a different role for this next album. We'll have an idea of who made certain decisions. Jimin seems to be the project manager and the middleman between Big Hit and BTS, while it sounds like V is going to be the visual director. And with these guys even more hands-on than they already are, I feel like we're gonna get something extremely unique in this next one, something we never thought we would see. Just like I never thought I would see former EXO members Tao, Luhan, and Kris together once again. Not only that, but with Victoria. They're all mentors on the Chinese produced 2020. I can just sense the rain of tears from FX and longtime EXO fans across the world.
It's so moisty.
I know, I hate that.
Yeah.
But
moisty.
저
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!